The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the Kagos Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and/or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LJA Broadcasting.
Every day, people are afraid to report violent crimes. In times like these, choosing to report a crime or helping the police can be a difficult decision. A no-snitching culture has sprung up in our communities, making it unpopular and sometimes even dangerous to report a crime. Do the right thing by calling 911 or your local crime tip line. If you're the victim of a crime, report it. If you know about a crime, report it. To learn more about how to do the right thing, visit ncpc.org or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last.
From deep in the desert of Nevada, broadcasting to the world, it's the Glenn Larry Show. Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, the Glenn Larry Show.
And I am here, everybody. I do bid you welcome wherever you may be, time zone, or whatever country, state, or city you might be in. And listen to K-Ghost Radio, our devout people out to listen to us. We thank you so much, folks, on YouTube and Facebook and all the other channels that we're on. I do thank you. I thank the small broadcasters, by the way, all the affiliates to help us out. Sometimes they cancel shows. They put us right in, and they go, "Where is that show at?" Well, we're in beautiful downtown Good Springs. Well, you know, yeah. K-Ghost Radio. Hey, how you like the new logo for K-Ghost? This is for the Fallout thing coming out. All you Fallout fans, and this is the station where we'll be broadcasting from. So it's going to be the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and it's going to be right here. And we're going to have these T-shirts for sale with a couple other cool ones too, with Fallout stuff. Yeah, we're going to be a part of this year. We got the main guy coming down here, can do a lot of Fallout stuff. Their music, their genre stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. I look forward to this now. You know, this is to be that second one. And these folks are very courteous, and with the support of the Pioneer Saloon, and we have Steve Darnell here in town now, and of course K-Ghost. A lot's happening in our beautiful town, and we're really having a great time. If you know what I'm saying. If you have a good time, you're doing it good. If you're not having a good time, sure, don't fall. That's what I say. Try to have a good time. Make a bad thing good or good thing bad. Hey, have fun in life as well. We're on YouTube and we're on Facebook right now. And if you're getting this, take a look at that T-shirt. Yes, we got it. Yes. Oh, so much has been happening. Nairobi is getting a lot of UFO action over there, man. I'm telling you, man. A lot of stuff going on in the skies. A lot more discs are being seen. Reports out of Alaska. Kodiak, Alaska. A couple more have been seen up there. Now, that's known for a lot of UFO stuff. I'm telling you. That is really cool place. Very cold, but cool place to be. Yeah, it's cool. It's cold. Okay. Anyway, it works, and people are seeing things in the daylight, too. People are seeing squares, cubes floating, coming down, twisting, and changing shapes and doing all sorts of things. Now, if you go to the UFO Research Center, it's been changed from some other stuff, but they give you some update stuff that's been happening and all the data. And these ones I got today were from people that called in early this morning with their information. And I wanted to get them on the air, but apparently they could not. We're going to wave out to a couple of people right now. My friends Neil and Barbara in London. We want to say hello to you guys. And Randy in PA. Jonathan in Texas. And Ken and Dee in Florida. Boy, they're doing good. Love those people. Tell you for sure. Canada is up. Looks like Montana, Great Falls, Helena's there. Murray, Idaho, again. Thank you for tuning in over there. Yeah, we got Tacoma, Olympia, Portland, Oklahoma City. Okay, good. Dave from Tumwater, Joyce from Olympia, and Tim from Elko. Looks like we're saying hello to all you guys out there. Radio side's been kind of crazy. We have this new show called Midnight Talk Radio. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Come the first of the year, you're going to go, well, I see Glenn Larry on his show, but the radio side's a little bit different. You're going to hear some cool music. You're going to hear stuff I can't play on Facebook or YouTube. You're going to see to yourself, man, this is pretty cool. This reminds me of somebody. Who may it remind you of? Yeah, it's going to be just like that. And I'm putting my heart that way. You know, it's what it's all about. I had some health problems, getting that taken care of, you know, the main thing, you know. And things are getting better, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a good spirit about things and just pull through it. You can't go around it, you gotta go through it. It's like the eye of the donut, you know. You gotta go through it, man. That's what it's all about. Yes, I am. Last weekend here in Good Springs, they had the ham operators. And of course, K-Ghost Radio, KB6JPB was my ham call. We're now World Radio 4499, and that's known all over. And they're getting to tune into K-Ghost. They're loving it. Yes, if you want to be a ham operator, please look into it. Become a ham operator. It's hamoperator.org. That's where you would go to. Just look it up on the internet. Boom, they'll get you a local guy to test you, a local guy to teach you. They've got classes. Nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Also, if you're a CBer, like so these CBs, well, there's different step up there. There's sideband. There's 11 meters you can get on. Talk all over the world. I do it all the time. It's a lot of fun. It's not these cell phones, you know. Yeah, it's cool. I can call London on this, but when you're talking over the radio and knowing theory and what's going on, it's a lot of fun. Think of it. In airwaves, you're talking. And you skip. You maybe get this once in a while over to London or maybe Australia. But it's so much fun to do it. And in the knowledge of radios. I don't know if you guys ever saw my collections of little transistor radios, but I collect them. Now, if you come across any little transistor radios, I'll make you a trade. You can go to my website. Actually, just go to my email. Email me. You have a transistor radio you want to give me. I make a trade, and we'll make a trade for that little transistor radio. They don't go for much. People don't. I get them at swap meets for $5, whatever. But if you have a little cute transistor radio, it's Glenn Larry 51. It's GLENNLARY 51 at gmail.com. Yeah. So if you do that, we'll make a swap of something. It'd be fun. I kind of want to get that. I also want to start the gold card. You're a listener, and you listen all the time. You want to get your gold card because you're in the gold club, man. You're in the K-Ghost Gold Club. That's cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back right after this.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job. I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Mom, you wanted to talk to me?
The calendar hypnosis into thumbtack cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs or alcohol, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
we'll give Thomas a call. You can get through. Just dialed him. Thomas, are you there? Yeah, there goes my back. Yeah, we're calling Thomas. There we go. We're ringing away.
Hello.
Hello.
State your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Well, I hope so. This is K-Ghost Radio. Glenn Larry. Let's see what happens. Thomas, we talk about UFOs and all. You've heard Thomas before. He's great. Should be.
Hello.
Is this Mr. Thomas? Hello.
Yes, it is.
How you doing,
How are
sir?
you tonight?
Fantastic. It's beautiful. A little light winds, not bad. We're wearing the K-Ghost T-shirt here, and kind of hipped about that. We got many more, by the way, folks. I told them that earlier. But Mr.
Yeah, I
Thomas,
saw that. That looks awesome.
this is the
That t-shirt
Fallout
looks
one.
Great.
Just the gas mask, and the whole thing, the Fallout. It's that thing. That's their thing, So yeah, we were talking about all sorts of things going on with the UFO situation, and Nairobi's had a lot of craziness over there. We're seeing it during the daytime too, and also Alaska's had some more reports. Kodiak up there, and it's pretty scary when you see the stuff in the sky and you've seen it pretty clear, and you go, wow, Now this whole thing about 3I Atlas. Now, folks, I thought was going to stop by Earth, man, pick some groceries up or something. What happened? I guess it's is it almost out of our atmosphere right about now, you think, Thomas?
I believe so. I don't know. There's a lot of conflicting reports on it.
Boy, isn't there. I've even looked at NASA, and they're kind of scratching either their head or their backside. But I've seen pictures. Now, what do you believe what you see in pictures, everybody? I mean, what I see pictures and go, that is totally cool. It's got lights. Then you see a picture like this, coming up. I'll show you. I put one up, something like that, Oh, okay, but it has lights around it, And I'm sure in some way somebody's maybe doctored that up. Maybe so, So
yeah, it seems like they have a new picture of it every day.
Every day, and it gets better and better. The clarity, I'm looking for the little guys in inside there,
Well, with a face at the window looking out.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? Gosh. Well, in the crazy world of UFOs and USOs, it's more is being reported, and I don't know whose schedule we're on for this disclosure situation of them, even them showing themselves. Who's controlling the time slot here? Okay, it's time. We'll put 15 in Chicago, 10 in LA. We'll put maybe 5 over here, maybe 3 in Montana. Certain areas. I know when certain things go on, like nuclear stuff, that they start showing up, and that's been reported. But I was talking last week, or maybe the week before, about a place in Texas that you're familiar with.
Right. Yeah.
And what was the name of that again? Was it Marfa?
Marfa, M-A-R-F-A.
Marfa. Lights. And they still do not know where those lights come from. They have said, oh, they're from car lights. No. This has been a long time thing happening. And you have these lights that show up, different colors, do different movements. It's not us. This is back in the 40s and the 30s even. You know what I'm saying? And then beyond that in history.
Right. The first recorded sighting was in the early 1880s.
There you go.
But the Native Americans that lived in that area, that was something they've known about for a long time. Now, that they referred to them as fallen stars.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't look like fallen stars now.
No, well,
I've seen,
I mean, that's their description. What
right.
they exactly mean by that.
Yeah,
That's something you could try to figure out on your own. I don't know.
right. Go out there and sit and watch.
That's it. There is
Yeah.
There's a Marfa Lights viewing area. It's about 8 miles east of the city of Marfa, and you could take the Highway 90 to there and just sit there and go ahead and watch for the lights.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's connected with anything? I mean, wasn't there some rock out there that some guy had a restaurant and he was really involved with UFOs?
That I'm unaware of.
Okay. I'll have to get that storyline. I had it the other day and I shuffled over this. What do you think about the zone of silence? What do you think about that whole area? I don't know if you
Well,
might.
the zone of silence is very interesting. One of the elements of interest with that is that it's kind of along the same latitude
Yeah.
as Marfa. They're part of it's the Chihuahua Desert, which is a large area, but it includes West Texas, which Marfa is located within.
Right.
But anyway, so if you were to travel further west into Mexico, into the desert there, it's still the Chihuahua Desert. But then that's where they have the zone of silence. And there's a lot of mystery around that area.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of it you've heard of, where the radios, if you go in there, they don't function.
Right.
Compasses go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aircraft.
also,
Aircraft has been told to stay out of the area for
right,
many plane accidents up there. I've heard that there are some folks that just show up out of nowhere, and they're groups of people, and they walk. They call them the walkers. And they are a group of people. Either they come through a time zone or some type of gate, some type of a stargate or something. And the Native Indians will talk about this all the time. But where do they go? What happens to them? Strange stories like that.
They'll appear out of nowhere too.
Right.
There's people that have been broken down on the roads, and in really inclement weather, and then they're referred to. I guess we call them these particular type of extraterrestrials, the Nordics.
Okay.
Because they're described as tall,
right,
fair-haired individuals, humanoid looking. In the instance where the gentleman broke down, they just showed up and helped him get his truck back onto the road. And the guy doesn't know where they came from, and he didn't really see where they went. They just kind of pooped gone. But also the locals that live in those areas, in the small towns, they'll come out of the desert and they ask them, well, where you guys come from? And their response is above. And that's all they say, and then they wander off, and nobody knows where they're coming or where they're going.
Is there any? Do they touch these beings at all? Do you think? Do they ever get any type of message at all from them at all? Just help me change my tire. I mean, is that it? I mean, there's got to be more than that. I mean, where'd you come from? The guy pops up there, you help me out, and all this, and Nordics.
Well, they really seem to, keep to themselves. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of activity.
Mm-hmm.
People are seeing, same as Marfa Lights, but they're seeing them in that area. And there's been reports of UFO activities going from the ground up into space. So if they have some kind of a facility there, that's in that area, which kind of makes sense if,
Right.
if the, it's a geological, I guess, composition is what contributes to the way the radios and the compasses are. But the thing is, it would be good for them because it'd be difficult to, try to find them with any equipment if it's not really going to work.
Yeah.
So I guess if they do have an installation there that, there's chance encounters now and then, but for the most part, they keep to themselves.
You would never know they're there till they.
They have to keep in mind too is that particular area is very remote,
Mm-hmm.
and as intriguing as it may be, I wouldn't encourage anybody just to go looking. I mean, you have to prepare for that kind of desert.
And it's not mild, tell you for sure. Boy.
The perfect place for extraterrestrial installation.
Yes. Not under the sea, but in the desert. Out here where I live, right over the mountains, is Pahrump. And over by Pahrump is Area 51, as you know. There has been some crazy stuff flying over the desert whereabouts where I live. And I will go out there with my buddy in his Jeep, with water and whatever, and sit out there and look around. And he has these glasses. And they're night vision, but they're a special type of night vision. I guess there's different colors. You can really see stuff moving around in space. Not like the average ones you get from a store. Now, these are special glasses. I'm telling you, and he has a laser. And he points his laser up at them, and they seem to blink right back to him. And it's fascinating to see it. I told you about years ago about when I set my driveway and there was two big stars out. Maybe one's a planet, whatever, I don't know. And I said to myself, okay, they're supposed to hear you and understand you if you're in the vibe or you got that thing going for you, the mojo, thing. And you can communicate with them, like this CR or whatever thing that's going on. So I did. I really concentrated. I said, okay, show me something. Show me something. Give me something. And a light went from one planet to the other one, then shot back really fast to the other side that planet came from. And I said to myself,
oh wow,
this is the real stuff, man. I just did it, And I said, okay, I'll take that because once you've seen UFOs, I've been around them and seen them at different times in your life growing up, they know. They know there's something in you that they know, and they're going to contact you. I really believe that. It's unbelievable what's coming out. It all adds.
Well, we had an experience here.
Well, tell me about it.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine that lives up the street. Now, where I'm located is almost directly east in a straight line from Marfa. So,
You're on the
I don't know if there's a connection there, but it just seems like there's a lot of activity in this along the 30th parallel.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, in talking to him, he texted me, and a really good friend, a really good guy. But yeah, he went out. I'll read his text here. He said about a month ago he saw the strangest thing in the sky at about 4 a.m. So it's still dark and the stars were out. And where we live, it's out in the countryside, so we could see a lot of stars. It's really beautiful. But anyways, he saw a line of lights, and he said there was about 60 of them. And they were going in a straight line. And I was thinking, well, maybe that could be like Starlink satellites. But then he said that they stopped. And they kind of just stayed motionless for a little while. And then the one in the center stayed where it was, and the rest rotated around at 360 degrees.
Wow.
And And then suddenly, they all rapidly went in different directions, north, south, east, west, different points of the compass. He said it looked like fireworks. And then they just disappeared over the horizon. So, and it was kind of interesting that same day, almost about not much later, I myself feel that I was attacked by something. Because I thought it was a spider bite at first, but in talking to some other good friends, they also had experiences. So I'm kind of leaning that maybe it wasn't a spider bite. And it completely healed. You can't even see any marks.
Interesting.
There's no scars or anything. But when I woke up, it felt like as though something had pushed me up against the headboard of the bed. It was a really strange experience. So with what he saw and then this experience and then with the other people having experiences, I'm like, what is going on?
Many people are reporting of being abducted, taken away, pulled, as I would say. You've been pulled. Or you've been visited and before it even started, something happened. And you're with a group of people on the same mindset and same situation and may know each other very closely. It happens to all of you. I don't believe in mass hypnosis or anything like that. I believe that this is very possible because it's their agenda, man. Like I said earlier, who makes the decisions to show up here and show up there and do it? Yeah, I mean, it's a master plan of some way. But I'm thinking that maybe that they know, I know, and I feel that they know that thing, that little test I did, that you can communicate if you're open. And I mean, I don't want them in my bedroom. I don't want to go anywhere. No, thank you. But I don't need the probing. But we'll have that with a doctor. But I want to make sure that they know that I mean them no harm. And if you want to give me some cool stuff in my brain, what's going on, I'd like to hear that too. I'm open to some suggestion. Mental talking. We'll deal with that. But yeah, what do you think about Trinity Bay area? Trinity Bay. What do you know about that?
Well, that too has a lot of stories that are related to the area. Trinity Bay is by Houston, but it extends up into Louisiana and the swamp areas. And I've heard stories of temporal anomalies.
Oh.
Where people have seen. Now there are encounters with what they feel are people that have just don't want to have anything to do with society, so they go into the swamps.
Yeah.
But also though, a person that I know that works in law enforcement was in that area, and he was in his boat patrolling the area, and an arrow almost got him. So he saw a person, and he went after him.
Wow.
And the thing was that as he ran after him, he came into like an area where it just ended, like bushes.
Yeah.
And everything, and it's like the footprint stopped. And it's like, what is going on with that? Where'd this guy go? He just disappeared into nothing. And but he was able to take the arrow to one of the universities and have a professor that is familiar with the Native Americans of the area.
Arrowhead and stuff.
And he said that the arrow that he had was something that hadn't been made for like 300 years. And by a tribe that no longer exists.
Oh my God!
So it's like, what's going on with that? And I've also heard accounts of like linemen for the power companies that have been up on the poles up there for the electrical. And actually, there's a lot of activity with the they get damaged in there. But he was up there fixing it. And he looked down and he saw what looked like Native Americans with Native American dress looking up at him, and they were both like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And he was really confused, but he looked away, and then he looked back down. They were gone. And from his perspective, way up there on the pole, it was an electrical tower, not necessarily a pole, but from his vantage point, there's no way they could have just disappeared like that. So theoretically, there's something called anyways, it was temporal anomaly where I think two timelines intersected, and for a moment there, he was able to see people in the past and vice versa. And then whenever energy was causing that anomaly, changed, then everybody went back to their respective timelines.
Interesting.
But what's interesting about all these areas is the geological structures. It's like in the zone of silence, they have a lot of material there that's in the ground that naturally would cause, issues with radios and compasses and things like that. As a matter of fact, they had in 1969, there was a meteorite that exploded right above the zone. And the remnants of it were scattered all over the area. But the scientists were really excited, and they collected the pieces and everything. So that happened, and then in 1970, over the zone of silence, the Air Force fired a Athena rocket over that area, and it crashed.
Oh, wow.
And so now I can't confirm it, but I've heard it, is that Werner von Braun went to do some investigation there. Now that's not confirmed.
Not yet,
but
huh?
some of the locals in that area say that he was there, and that they built dorms and labs, and they had a runway where they were transporting cargo back to Houston.
Right.
So what that will all be about, I have no idea, but it's interesting. But then, like our area here, there's a lot of limestone. We're ancient seabed where we're at.
Oh.
And then in Trinity Bay, you have it's very swampy, and you have the salt water and the brine, and so that too, geologically speaking, is very unique. And I think the energies in all this along the 30th parallel, it makes it so that it's conducive for the, I guess, UFO activity and different. I don't know if maybe the UFOs are active here because of maybe they have some sort of temporal ability, and they're able to use it more easily when they're in this area.
Yeah, we don't know what the propulsion's all about, what they're doing, or where they're getting their energy from. Maybe from the Earth. Something they're getting something from here. A couple things I would think. So
right.
I mean, I'm going to open the lines up to everybody, and I'll put that up for you. I want to hear from folks that have seen UFOs, have experienced some stuff, and what's the latest out there. I mean, if you got a good story, let's hear it. And we'll be back with some callers, hopefully. And Thomas, we appreciate you. We really do.
Thank you.
All right.
Time after time.
Now, back with Glenn Larry on UFO Talk Radio, deep in the desert of Nevada.
Boy, he's so good at that, I'll tell you for sure.
To talk with Glenn Larry,
Here's
deep in the desert of Nevada. Lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
I tell you, he is great. Yeah, I have to get a hold of him. I've got some new promos for him to do for me. So But yeah, yeah, we're taking calls and critical thinking, please. One call per person. No bad language. You know what it is. And turn down your radio devices because it will confuse you and confuse me because I won't be getting everything you're saying, and who knows.
Well, feedback is fun too.
Oh, it can be. But with your with this area we're talking about, I don't see much about it anymore. For a while, it was a hot item, you know, and then all of a sudden, nothing. I don't get how that works. I mean, I know there's different news agencies and media outlets that show you certain things, and then, oh, the big story's gone. Now what happens? It disappears. And I want people to keep in touch with what's going on. If you see something, report it. Write it down. Call into stations like mine, you know, shows like mine. Give me what you got. Let's get it out there so people are aware. And when the big day comes, I don't know when, it's going to be interesting. I may be able to say, I told you so, or see, that was real, you know. But yeah, all I can do is get information, let you report it. On your story, it's fine. Say what you got to say. It's interesting. It's all about having fun.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And the thing about, you know, a lot of this too is there might be a little bit of skepticism into actually experiencing something. The first for me was with my mom on that spaceship. I've talked about that a few times. And they did discuss a little bit. I remember more and more when I go into meditation and I think about it. And they did talk about their navigation system a little bit.
Oh, they did. Yeah, that's right.
And they did make a point of the fact that their technology is so advanced that for them to fully explain it is kind of like beyond our level of understanding. So, but they did say, you know, that they travel, you know, extreme distances. So it's not like just going from here to the moon and back. If they're going from one galaxy to another,
yes,
their navigation has to be extremely accurate.
Oh, you did. And to dodge all that stuff in space. Think about
right. And then only that is you're talking about time.
Yes.
To go from here to another galaxy under ordinary circumstances of where our technology is would take a tremendous amount of time. Well, for them, that's not a problem.
No, black hole, warp time, they can do all that. You imagine that?
Well, from my understanding, which I found really fascinating because it went back to something that one of the time travelers on Time Travel Institute said, is that there's different timelines, and each timeline has a slight variation. It's like with our particular timeline compared to, like, let's say, timeline B. Timeline B might be 30 minutes ahead of us. So if you're able to jump down onto that timeline, you'd be moving ahead 30 minutes.
Yes.
Now, there might be slight variations, and I think that's something my mom could talk about, is where she's been driving, there's a McDonald's that wasn't there before.
Right.
And I think people experience that on the Mandela effect.
In fact, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Right. And so with these extraterrestrial travelers, if they're able to get to another timeline where time is different than this one, they could travel to a galaxy that's further away, and time doesn't affect them the same way. They're traveling using the time differences to make it to a great distance in less amount of time. You know, so then when they come back to this timeline, they like shortcut.
Yeah.
So,
I love time travelers. I love to talk about time travel. The Mandela effect. I swear, the Monopoly game. I swear that banker guy had a eyepiece. I swear it. And they say they say no, he never did. They didn't have.
I remember him with the eyepiece.
I do too. I don't know, man, because something's not right there. And I hear this all the time. Well, it's just one of these, it's a hiccup. Oh, okay. Hiccup in time. Well, gosh.
Right.
Put back my age to 25, would you? In this time period.
Right. Well, I wouldn't mind doing the 70s and 80s again.
No, I wouldn't either. No, I want to be this time, but younger. But
right.
Who cares? Living through it. Living through the aches and pains of older age. Don't call me old.
Well, if the Atlas had turned out to actually be a spaceship, which it still might, that was something worth waiting for.
Yeah, and especially if it turns around and comes back. Then you've got my attention. Really, you've got my attention.
Yes.
I'm right on it. Folks, what do you think about that 3i Atlas situation? Do you care? Some people don't know anything about it. You know that? They have no idea what we're talking about. And some, oh yeah, it's it's gonna hit the earth, man. It's over with. We are effed. I go, well, hopefully not. But I watch some other programs, and I really enjoy them because, God, just call my show, please, because I like to really drill you and talk to you about this. But it's almost like it's staged with their podcast or whatever. But we're reaching out to people. If you want to talk about this and get to it, and get to the meat of the conversation, we can do that. I, as you know, Thomas, I'll leave it open to everybody. I don't know where Mark of New York hasn't called in. Time is one of his major things he talks about. But he's an interesting guy.
Yes.
I get a lot of them, and I love it. The brain power, metaphysic of the brain, let me say, altering sides of the brain, mental thinking. I'm not going to doubt you. You might be in a higher level than all of us. You know what I'm saying, Thomas? You can't judge anybody. You got to go with those thoughts. I want to hear from Ken from Florida, if he's out there. I don't know if he's listening tonight, but I heard that he had an experience. And I'd like to hear from his mouth, what has happened in Florida. They're showing up there too. I mean, each side of the that's a biggie over there. And he says he never sees them, but he's got something to tell me. He calls in. Nairobi, like I told you, they're seeing a lot of stuff over there. The Neary Islands, Hawaii. A friend of mine just got back from Hawaii, by the way. Yeah, brought me some gifts, But no, sincerely, they're out there. I'm gonna put a call out again. Here we go.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now,
okay, we're talking about UFOs, anything, anomalies, weird stuff happening around that type of subject. Also want to give a big shout out to the Pioneer Saloon in Good Springs, Nevada. I want to remind you that they have the Fallout celebration coming this on the 14th, 15th, 16th. It's going to be a lot of fun up here in Good Springs, Nevada. If you're a Fallout fan, we got some cool stuff here. The radio station will be broadcasting from here 3 days straight. Much fun, I'll tell you for sure. If you get a chance to stop by the Pioneer Saloon, say hello to everybody down there. They're great people. They're great employees. And I go down and have meetings with people and have lunch and maybe a couple of spirits. There are spirits there and there's spirits in the glass. So I got to, I know which ones. I know which is which now, folks. Believe me. Anyway, you'll get to meet old man Liver there, and he has his own whiskey. It's really good stuff. But I really have had a good time down there. So get a chance, stop by and say hello to everybody, because it's a fun place to go to. It's 1913. It's got a lot of history, got a lot of stories, a lot of films have been down there, and they're just great people, especially the owners. They're good friends of mine too. Steve Darnell's in town, man. He's got it all going. Welders Up. He is the main man for Welders Up. You know, welder. You want to become a welder? That's the guy to go to. That's the only guy I would go to. But around that new property he bought from the Fleming family, I'll tell you, you're seeing old cars. You're seeing Model Ts. You're seeing Model As, all sorts of jalopies and all stuff he's created. An old gas station. It's like a movie set as you drive by and walk by. We have a walking tour going on. You got to check it out. We got the best here. I'm telling you. Good Springs, Nevada. I'm Glenn Larry with the K-Ghost Radio. We're Part 15, Community Hybrid Radio in beautiful downtown Good Springs. And we're so happy to be able to do radio, especially on the internet. K-Ghost, UFO Talk Radio. Fun stuff. You betcha. I know Thomas is having fun. Aren't you, Thomas?
Always.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
I love it when you guys call. I love you when you guys call.
Thank you.
Voice is going.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Ken could call in, because after that experience that I had,
that might be
after it started to heal just a little bit, I could see like little slits where I had that injury. And the first person I thought it was Ken,
right?
Because I know he had that little device that he found, or his wife found.
Yeah, they found it in his back. For years, it's been there. And I'm going to pull that up. I think still might have it on the screen. Yeah, nope, not that one. Yeah, unbelievable. Didn't erase that. It's archives. But, yeah, he pulled it off his back. It's like a little piece of metal. Oh, here it is. I got it right here. Yeah, it's like this. This is what it looks like, kind of. And this is just odd, you know. And it's crazy. And he'd had it in for years, and finally get that out of there. And apparently she took it out. She removed it. And when it happened, it was like, I said, you just save it. He says, no, I threw it away. Yeah, it would have been interesting to have. I would have probably worth a lot of money, you know, probably have something off this earth or whatever. But yeah, fascinating stuff. Great people. He has a great story. What happened to him with his UFOs, and I get the real deal. That's the real deal, man. That's the real deal. And some other pictures along with my friend Ed, was at Area 51 and caught some pictures and some strange stuff.
Right.
And that was pretty cool. A lot of these people that have experiences with UFOs or the phenomena or even ghosts, whatever, it all just kind of bundles together and somehow. Somehow it's all generated from that person has that ability for it to happen and to be able to see it. And that's what's interesting. And I love the stories, I'll tell you. Had a lady from Pittsford, and she was saying that she's a little girl, and she used to visit this playground with her friend, and they themselves saw a person just appear right in front of them. And every time they come to this little park, these two little people would appear in front of them and talk to them and tell them things. And they tell their parents things. And the parents say, where are you getting this from? There's no way you can know this knowledge. You know, they're like 5-6-year-old kids. And, yeah. And they said, well, I get it from our friends. They come and see us. Well, where do they come from? They just appear. Now the parents are saying, okay, we got an imagination going here. All right, you tell me the truth. And then the kids get scared, and then they clam up. They won't tell you the rest of the story. Well, I'd go hide somewhere to see them, these aliens or whoever they are, appear, so I would see it with my own eyes just to see what they're doing. You know, don't blow it, man. The kid's going to clam up, and it's over with. So, I mean, be a detective of some sort. You go with it for a while and see what happens, you know. But, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. That happens. And that's back in the 70s. And, you know, I see New York City. I see all that area. And I live in a rural area. And I don't know. I don't think I can adapt to big cities. I never will be able to. I've always been a small city guy. And where you know your community, they know you. I was in the police department in a small community up in Washington, and I really enjoyed that. The tribal and some other things, and some other agencies I worked for back in the day, doing other things. And yeah, it's always those small towns are fun, you know. Now, mind you, they can be a Peyton place. They can be, it could be a whole different movie. You know, certain towns can have a black cloud over them, but that's, you know, that's that. And that, if my buddies out there know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of great people, good people out there, I'll tell you for sure, in these small towns. Yeah, gosh. And do they have stories? And do things happen that you go, what? That should be in a movie. Yeah, pretty crazy. In your little town,
Well, the night sky.
Yeah.
The night sky is, it's like when I walk out, it's like, holy cow. I mean, you could see the Milky Way, the galaxy, you know. There's just millions of stars.
Well,
And
that's
so,
no pollution, light pollution, huh?
right. And so I think that increases the opportunities for experiences.
Yeah.
You know, like the one that you had where what you saw, I don't know if you would have seen that in the city.
No.
The big city.
No. Although there was a report of a gentleman come late from a big convention or something that he spoke at, and his driver, very important person, saw this lady being abducted, taken from a window in New York City. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and they actually saw it, the light and everything else, and but it was really early in the morning, and he reported that. It's quite a story. I'll get that storyline for the folks. It's pretty crazy. So I mean, it's when you can catch and see. You know, people don't pay attention. They're not looking up. They're too busy down doing things around their environment. You know, like literally everybody's doing something. Everybody's busy. But when it's not busy, it's when sometimes you can see these things.
Well, what happened to the one that they had a big deal there in Vegas where UFO supposedly crashed?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
Well,
It just like disappeared out of media, like kaboof, gone.
I believe that these creatures, they crashed and they projected themselves somewhere and just happened to project in that backyard. There's no spacecraft, and I don't know if they found one or not. I doubt it. They said there's been no reports about it. But yeah, I really believe it's like Angel, his name was, and I really believe the kid, what they saw, they really believe they saw it, and they, you know, these things apparently disappeared, knowing they're not supposed to be there. You think? Just like the Florida Mall situation.
Right? Yeah.
And that opens up. All of a sudden, you have a vortex open up. These guys are walking through, and they go, "Oh, we're not supposed to be here." And of course, that may have been a shift of the dimensions too. But there you go. But it was seen. Look at all the police and who came out there. He says it's a small gang ball. It was something much bigger than that.
Right, and that story just like disappeared out of the news very quickly.
That's all government controlled. I don't care, folks. I mean, I love my country, but I do not like the government, what they're doing. Yeah, that's my right to say that. But I love America. I really do. I love a lot of people here in America. I'm happy to see that a lot of people are getting certain breaks, but you've got to do something about it. You know, if you're having a problem, you know,
right?
You got to do it right, not the wrong way. Let's do it the right way, and like reporting UFOs to K Ghost Radio. That's the right thing to do. And the ghost stories, we love it. Yeah, it's Wednesday night, and we got 5 to the top of the hour a little bit. And but again, Thomas, I want to thank you for calling in. We appreciate you. And
my pleasure. Thank you.
I dialed you to make sure it would work, but when you call in, we appreciate it, and hope to hear from Roberta someday, and hear some more stories that she has to talk about. And yeah, we're going to be doing a 2-hour show come up soon, and we're looking forward to Midnight Talk Radio, and that's going to be probably on a Saturday night, midnight. And we're going to arrange it where it'll be on the internet, but you won't see me, and you can come to the page on the internet page that we have, Midnight Talk Radio, which is K Ghost Radio. It'll be on all the different radio stations that I have. plus there's some affiliates when I pick it up. And it's going to be a fun show with music and all sorts of stuff, and with interviews such as like this, but a little, maybe a little bit more off, whatever. But I want to keep it interesting, very much Art Bellish, may I say, because it's something I've done before, but I want to make sure it's in great taste, which it always is in great taste, and it's a salute to him. But it's me, it's not Art Bell. I am not Art Bell. I'm trying to sound like him. So, but it's going to be kind of like that phase, But we have Midnight Talk Radio, and we have Hot Talk, and we have, what else do we have? Late Night Talk Radio.com. That's kind of, getting that. So late night talk radio stuff is what we're trying to get back into. I get up late anyway. What the heck, right?
Right.
Anyway, Thomas, good.
That's when all the action is.
Yeah, it is. No, see, things happen, and
to talk
when they do, they do. Again, thanks again, and have a good one, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, Thomas, be well, my friend.
You too.
Well, you want to play well, be well, be happy. See you next Wednesday night. We do thank you. And don't forget, these t-shirts are cool.